Hello, and thank you so much for joining us on this week's presentation of News in Depth. My name is Pennipher Sikainda, your presenter. On the program today, we join Yota Mugara as he looks at the evolution of information and communication technology in Zambia and its impact on the society. He will also be profiling some young Zambians who are behind these ICT innovations.
The world today is considered to be a global village by many. Communication and travel, for instance, have become much easier with almost every new innovation being within reach. One can say that technology is in everything and everywhere. It's in people's homes, schools, stores, and even on the football pitch.
Calls to introduce goal line technology grew louder in recent seasons following a number of high-profile incidents.
Information and communication technology is steadily transforming the development landscape in most parts of the world, and Zambia is no exception. ICT is injecting a new dynamism in key sectors of economy such as education, agriculture, mining, climate change, financial services, government services, and health. ICT has brought many advantages regarding communication, easy access to information, and many other things. Many believe that ICT is enhancing global trade and integration. In Zambia, government is working towards investing heavily in ICTs. The private sector is headed that way as well. Both government and private sector need to do so because of the potential ICT industry has in improving the economy and creating more jobs. But how innovative are Zambians?
In Zambia, I would say we are not doing enough, because compared to other countries like Rwanda, Kenya, Nigeria, they are doing very well in terms of ICT development, and that is largely due to deliberate policies by the governments in those countries. So Rwanda has made it, the Rwandan president has made it his mandate to see to it that the ICT industry grows in his country, and they've invested in that, in good internet speeds and in innovation. So I think we are behind, largely because we haven't invested that much in the growth of the ICT sector.
One of the applications I've seen from them is the Women's Rights app, RAP, which is available through internet.org as well, through I believe it's Facebook's project, internet.org, which is available for free on Airtel. You can access it on any mobile phone, even if you don't have airtime. You can still browse to internet.org and access the services through there. So that's one of the applications I've seen they develop. Of course, at the universities, they're doing a lot of application development as well. But well, things are moving somewhat slow sometimes. If you look at, for example, the student information system, they're developing it, UNZA. Things have been a bit slow to move, but you know, anyone can build an application. Anyone who's finished a bachelor's degree in computer science can build a website, can build a mobile application. But the thing is, will it actually be used? And how far is it functional? You know, is it actually going to benefit an organization if you use it? So that's
The National Science and Technology Council is a body created to enhance capacity for scientific research and technological development in Zambia. Nsama Mataka is the Program Officer Promotion at the Council. She explains Zambia's strides in technological development.
In promoting the science and technology, our main functions are to coordinate and regulate research and development in areas of science, technology, and innovation. Yes, and also mobilize resources for the same. As a country, I think we've made some strides. From before, where most of this technology was mainly the indigenous knowledge, But now we've had a situation where the knowledge of our forefathers, our grandfathers, is being taken up by especially our youth to try and develop products and models, processes that can help our daily lives today as they apply to our modern lives.
Government has partnered with various organizations in an effort to enhance technological development in Zambia. One such organization is the International Institute for Communication Development. The organization, with funding from Netherlands, has been assisting public universities build capacity in ICT training, among other things. Rowan Vos is the consultant for International Institute for Communication Development.
IICD mainly focuses on capacity development. So what we do is we have capacity building programs, so training. We do on-the-job training, as well as we bring in trainers from abroad to share their knowledge with the local partners we have here, to make sure that they're trained in whatever fields they need to be specialized in. Right now, for a girls' school in Ndola, we're setting up a computer lab where the girls will also have access to Raspberry Pis. It's a small computer board which will allow them to undergo some basic programming training. So we want to incorporate that into the curriculum at that school, even on a secondary education level. Girls can start being involved in ICT, so that we spark interest with them to move ahead in the future as well. So one day they might become students at CBU, UNZA, and hopefully get a master's degree in ICT and computer science.
How significant is ICT to the development agenda?
It is very significant in the sense that if the world, the pace at which it is moving, everything is, or you cannot do anything right now without the use of information and communication technology. So this is something that must be embraced in all sectors of the economy. So education also should embrace most of the ICT innovations that are coming up. Of course, there are so many areas, or talking of the internet, the softwares that have been innovated. They are all helpful in managing the education and also trying to enhance quality in teaching and learning. So you're talking of some software that has been specifically designed to help the learner and the teacher in whichever assignments or tasks they have. And then also on the part of the schools, I'll give an example of an education management software called the eDadmin. That software would help an institution now to manage the school, starting with the enrollment or the admissions. When you go to a school, you find any primary school, you find a very big book where they write everyone that is being enrolled. So I think with the coming of the ICT, schools can move from or can migrate from that traditional way of storing information.
Without technology, innovation, there can be no meaningful development. Whichever country you want to talk of today that is worth talking about, it's all about technology and innovation. Yeah, so it's a very significant thing if you want to really develop as a nation.
ICT is very important for economic development, especially looking at the way, for example, Zambia wants to move forward with the Millennium Goals and making sure information is accessible for everyone. If we look at mobile phones, for example, that's also ICT. We should never forget that. One of the projects we're doing through Text to Change, we're providing local institutions here with a text messaging platform that anyone can send a message to for free and then receive updates from those institutions. We're doing it on sexual and reproductive health. Then we have different colleges which we're also supporting that way, making sure that they can communicate with their students. We're even doing it here for the Kalingalinga Youth Resource Center, making sure they can easily communicate with their students.
Access to ICT equipment is quickly changing lives. It is driving entrepreneurship in form of technology hubs and delivering innovation and homegrown solutions. These technological hubs are creating new spaces for collaboration, training, and for pre-incubation of Zambia's ICT players. Bongo Hive is one of technological hubs based in Lusaka. Here, emerging and professional ICT players meet to share and advance knowledge and innovations. Charles Mwanza is the hub manager at Bongo Hive. He shares more about their activities.
Firstly, we incubate technology entrepreneurs. So this is a space where they can come. We train them in terms of entrepreneurship skills. So aside from entrepreneurship skills, we also train them in software development skills. So aside from that, we also have events. So the events that we have INSACA, Meet the Industry, and Mobile Monday. So all these events that we do have are there to help our entrepreneurs that we train here to better integrate or understand what's happening out there. On the Play Store applications that have been developed by developers from Bongo Hive, so there is the Zambian Constitution application. So with the Zambian Constitution, the problem that our developer Gilbert Mwinga identified was that people didn't know much about the Constitution. And this was during the time when they were drafting the Constitution, and not everyone had access to the draft that was being distributed throughout the country. So then he thought, what if he created an application that anyone with a mobile phone can download, read the Constitution, and if they want to comment within that application, there were options for commenting. So that idea has grown from just the Constitution. Now he's looking forward to expanding that to enable people to access the government documents that are open for the public to see, but then people don't know where and how to access them. So aside from that, one of our developer again responded to a need. So there was a time when the kwacha was being rebased, and people were having a hard time converting from old to new currency. So he identified the need and then developed an application that would help people with a crossover from the old to the new currency. And then there's also the language translation application called Bantu Babo. So this application again helps both locals and tourists translate from English into 7 major Zambian local languages.
At least with the knowledge about information and communication technology, most Zambians are developing ICT solutions. Some of these indigenous ICT players have developed solutions such as the new election results management system, online shopping platforms, and stock management system, among others. Muchu Kaingu is a young Zambian aged 28 and is the brain behind the innovation of the M Retailer application. Muchu is among the 67 who have been shortlisted from 500 applicants from around the world to get funding from the US government for IT solutions. He now explains more about his M Retailer application.
M Retailer operates by integrating with point of sale and stock management systems. So it can be used by any player in the retail industry, scaling all the way from small contenders to major retail chains. So basically what would happen is if a retailer wants to know the stock levels of their stock on the shelf, they can just scan a barcode with their mobile phone and they can have access to all details about that product. not limited to the cost, the price, the profit they're making on that product, the on-hand quantity. They can check the categorization of that product, as well as the transactional history of the product. That's when the product last sold, when they last received it, and when they placed an order. So it can also help you, apart from stock inquiries, it can also help you to do quick price checks. So a retailer can just scan an item and then get the price of that item in the system and compare it with what price is being displayed on the shelf. Apart from that, mRetailer can be used for stock takes. You capture the quantities of the items on the shelves and then do the verification with your system, as well as it can also be used for ordering and receiving stock. mRetailer is unique in that it runs on the mobile phone. Other systems exist, but they require a computer or a laptop to run. And also, there are other proprietary applications that run on specific mobile devices, which are very huge and hefty that you can't carry them around. Once you're out of the business, you can't carry that mobile device with you. But mRetailer, on the other hand, works on your mobile phone that you use every day. It's natural for all of us to carry our mobile phones. So we thought, because you always carry your mobile phone wherever you go, why don't we put this software on your mobile phone? Then you can always have access to your business wherever you go.
But how much support is the ICT industry getting from government?
We do mobilize resources to fund technologies, particularly for the young, the youth between the ages of 15 to 35. Yeah, so we go into schools, where they have the JETS fairs. You have a lot of technologies being displayed by the students in the compounds, in the villages. We send this information to district commissioners' offices. Yeah, because we do appreciate that there are certain technologies that are out there, what you can refer to as maybe street technology, that you cannot find in a particular establishment, such as a school or an institution. So we do sort of headhunt for these technologies, yes, and we guide them into a process of application, and then we fund these technologies. Actually, the council has taken very significant steps in that area. What we have done is, in our funding arrangement that we have actually shortlisted certain areas of priority for funding. I must mention that when we just started this funding for technology, we would float the amount, and then people would apply with all sorts of technologies. But what we have done now is that we have shortlisted particular areas of national interest, among them the ICT. Yeah, so this is a very, very important area for us as a council, and we have funding reserved specifically for innovations in this area. So to try and appreciate the fact that technology, in terms of ICT especially, can be a major driving force for an economy. I would like to appeal to the youths out there with all these innovations, especially in ICT and other technological areas, to come forward to NSTC, the National Science and Technology Council. We are situated in Long Acres in the Curriculum Development Center building. So you can come through and talk to us. Let us see what ideas you have and see how we can help you. Please don't shy away. We are here for you. We want to help you earn a living from your innovation.
The challenge going forward is to ensure that ICT innovations benefit all Zambians, especially the poor and those living in remote areas.
We'd We'd like to thank you very much for watching today's presentation of News in Depth, as we were looking at ICT development in Zambia and, of course, profiling some young Zambians who are coming up with new innovations in this sector. We're back next week with another interesting news documentary for you here on News in Depth. I've been your presenter, Pennipher Sikainda. We urge you to join us next week at the very same time. For now, it's goodbye and God bless you.